Okay, so we've all seen them, right? These online stores pop up, maybe like ZalandoClub.com, offering something amazing at a price that just seems, well, unbelievable.
Yeah, that little voice in your head immediately goes off, is this real?
Exactly. Is it legit or is it some kind of trap? So today, we want to cut through that worry and give you basically 5 key steps. Think of it like investigative armor drawn from our sources to help you quickly vet any online seller.
Mhm. And the goal isn't to get bogged down in, endless details. It's about feeling empowered. Our sources point to about 6 main red flags, and we've boiled those down into this practical 5-point checklist.
Right.
If you can run through these checks pretty fast, you get a much better sense of whether a site is trustworthy or, one to steer clear of.
Okay, let's dive in. First check, the surface stuff. What hits you right away? This is really about 2 things, the price and the visuals.
Yeah.
We're talking about those super low prices, way cheaper than anywhere else. That's a huge flashing light, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's not just that it's cheap, it's the speed, the scale of the discount. If it's like 80% off a brand new iPhone, you have to ask why.
Right.
And then look closely at the product photos. Are they sharp, professional? Or do they look a bit grainy, maybe inconsistent, like they've just been lifted from other websites?
So stolen photos?
Could be. Scam sites often do that. They list fake products with stolen images. It signals they haven't really invested in their operation, which makes them high risk.
Okay, that makes sense. So price and visuals are the first sniff test. What's next? If those seem okay or maybe just a little off, where do we dig deeper?
Then you peel back that layer and look at check number 2,
Yeah.
the site's identity. You got to move past the flashy homepage and find that About Us section.
Assuming they even have one.
Well, yeah, if they don't, that's another flag right there. But if they do, you're looking for actual business details, a real company name, a physical address, not just a P.O. box, and importantly, how long they claim they've been around.
Because history matters.
It does. Scammers can whip up a brand name easily, but faking a credible history and a physical footprint, that's harder to sustain.
Which leads us straight into check 3, actually verifying their contact info. You mentioned a physical address, but couldn't a scammer just, I don't know, list a mail forwarding service?
Good point. And yes, they could try. That's why this check has 2 parts. First, use Google Maps. Look up that physical address. Use Street View.
Okay.
Is it an actual storefront, an office building? Or does it look like a random house or one of those anonymous corporate filing places?
Gotcha. What's the second part?
Check the other contact methods. Is there a working phone number? And look at the email address. Is it a professional business domain like support@zalandoclub.com? Or is it just, zalandostore@gmail.com or something with Yahoo?
The generic email address.
Exactly. That often screams small, possibly temporary, or even unprofessional setup. Not always a scam, but definitely raises the risk profile.
Okay, this is getting interesting. Check 4. Stepping outside their bubble. External social proof. You're saying we absolutely cannot trust the glowing 5-star reviews on their own website, right?
Precisely. Relying only on those is a huge mistake. You need to look for independent validation.
So searching where?
Go to places like Trustpilot, SiteJabber, maybe even the Better Business Bureau, or just Google the store name plus reviews or scam.
And what are we looking for there? Bad reviews.
Bad reviews are one thing, sure. But sometimes the bigger red flag, the real tripwire, is finding almost nothing, no reviews, or maybe just 2 or 3 very generic ones.
Why is no news bad news here?
Because a lack of genuine third-party chatter often means the site is brand new or potentially fraudulent and hasn't been around long enough to gather real feedback. Or maybe they're deleting bad reviews. It's suspicious.
And that lack of history perfectly tees up our 5th and final check, the domain history itself.
Yes.
So whether you're looking at ZalandoClub.com or another one mentioned like my-alloclub.com, you need to find out how old the website actually is. How do you do that?
You use what's called a WHOIS lookup tool. There are plenty online. You just enter the website address, the domain name.
And it tells you.
It tells you when the domain was registered. This is like the ultimate check sometimes.
Why ultimate?
Because if you find out the site was only created, say, 3 months ago, and you combine that with the fact that it has almost no genuine third-party reviews.
The lethal combination.
Exactly. That's the lethal combination. That newness means they simply haven't earned any trust yet. You definitely don't want to be their first test customer.
Okay, so wrapping it up, we've got these 5 checks. Price and visuals, business identity, contact verification, external proof, and domain history. What's the big takeaway for you, the listener?
The insight here is really about critical thinking, isn't it? It's about pulling these steps together quickly. It means you're not just drowning in information, you're actually empowered with these like targeted high-value checks.
You've given yourself that investigative edge.
Hmm.
Exactly. But here's a final thought, something kind of hinted at in the source material. Even when you do all this homework, sometimes things still go wrong.
Right. Nothing's 100% foolproof.
So if
Yeah.
you're putting in this effort to vet a site up front,
Hmm.
maybe the real final step in being prepared is knowing what comes next if the purchase goes bad. Understanding, the detailed steps you'd need to take, what evidence to gather, who to contact to try and get your money back, that bit of research, that's maybe the ultimate insurance policy.